how David Bowie called out MTV, leading to Michael Jackson's Billie Jean breakthrough. In the early 1980s, MTV was the hottest new platform for music videos, but it had a glaring blind spot, playing overwhelmingly videos by white artists despite the thriving black music scene. Rock videos dominated its hour, and even major black performers were relegated to late-night slots. David Bowie noticed this problem and spoke up during an interview with MTV VJ Mark Goodman in 1983. Bowie didn't promote his own work. He directly challenged MTV's lack of diversity. He said, "I'm floored by the fact that there are so few black artists featured on MTV. Why is that?" And pointed out that most black artists were only shown in the early morning, not during the day when the biggest audiences watched. Goodman struggled to defend the network, suggesting MTV was trying to move in that direction, but Bowie pressed further, asking why great black artists were not being shown prominently and whether the station should make a conscious effort to integrate its playlists. At that time, black artists were being made and listening to chart-topping music, yet MTV's heavy rotation refused to reflect that reality. Rock and new wave acts filled most of the airtime, leaving R&B and soul videos unseen by the wider MTV audience. Meanwhile, across the music world, Michael Jackson's single Billie Jean was exploding on the charts in 1983. Initially, MTV resisted airing the video heavily because executives felt black music didn't fit their rock-oriented format, a stance that mirrored the very bias Bowie had confronted. MTV's stance shifted only after Walter Yetnikoff, president of Michael's record label, threatened to pull all CBS artists from MTV if Billie Jean wasn't aired. Faced with losing major artists, the network relented and premiered the video in heavy rotation on March 10, 1983. Once Billie Jean was in rotation, it became one of the first videos by a black artist to be shown constantly on MTV, marking a cultural turning point and helping push other black musicians into wider visibility. Bowie's criticism didn't automatically change MTV's policies, but it added public pressure at a pivotal moment in music television history. Just as important, it showed that artists could call out racial bias, and audiences were listening. The result was more than a hit video, it was a shift in how mainstream media treated black artists, and Billie Jean became a cultural milestone, partly because of the very conversations Bowie helped amplify.